I'll lift the cap on the lens, on the camera. I can see your jacket on it. I think when you sit there, it focuses on you and takes the jacket off. Is that how it works?
No,
See the jacket?
Yeah, the jacket is in the back.
Well, we'll see what happens when you sit there. It goes away. Yeah, see? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's two of us. Hi, Sharon.
How you feeling, Tony?
Doing reasonably well. It's coming slowly, but it's coming.
Good.
Getting there. Doing a lot of walking, doing a lot of physical therapy. It's going to take a
Pain-
while, though.
Has the pain gotten better?
Yeah, I really don't have much pain at all. It's just, I've got I got a lot of weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Turned out the issue with my abdomen wasn't, it didn't have, and I didn't end up having fluid in my abdomen. It's just with a 8-inch vertical incision, my muscles are shot. So it's going to
And
take,
that,
for the orthopedist said it's going to take several months before the muscles regenerate. And not much I can do about it. I can work my abdomen as much as I want, but it's just going to take time. My abs are weak. And I have the same issue in the back because I have an 11-inch incision there. So my back muscles.
Meeting starting.
Oh, but it's coming.
good. Glad to hear that.
I'm trying to walk 5 or 6 miles a day and go to the gym every day. And I do physical therapy twice a week, and I do physical therapy in the gym. So I'm doing what I need to do.
Good.
Starting. I know. Hello.
Ed, hi, Ed.
Now, do I have to check the purgatory room?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I know, Bill, Jim's
Jim's here,
here.
Manish here, Sharon and I are here.
Yeah, I don't think, last time I wasn't checking that because I didn't know I had
I know.
to.
Right. And Jim sent me an email and said, I can't get in.
I see Meneer's trying to, I guess Meneer's connected, his iPhone.
Voilà.
Boom. I hear the birds.
It's an interesting screen you're sharing.
Oh, did I share that one?
Yep.
Yep.
That's fine. Whoops, there we go. Yeah, it's our Rotary dining passport. So that for $25, there's 15 restaurants participating. You get a lot of free stuff. It's about $150 cash value if you were. So it's one of our major fundraisers. So we have a website you'll be able to actually purchase the passport. It's called Event Groove. Apparently, our district license, now the whole world's licensing in Rotary this Event Groove software. It's very easy to build web pages on it. So for raffles and sales and anything you want to do. So anyway, just other things that I'm doing in my idle time.
Yeah.
Let's see, who's, what do we got here? Nobody else has joined so far. Well, it's not quite 7 yet. Terry's back from Florida, so he should be joining us.
Yeah, he was here last month.
Yeah. Who's joined us? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I assume Terry's coming because he sent me a correction about the minutes that Christina made.
Yeah, it had to do with requests for quote and requests for purchase. There was a little bit of confusion there. Depends on what we were referencing. So,
Yeah, I saw that.
but I haven't heard whether the mayor's, he should have signed that a while ago. I've not heard from anybody that he signed it. So I'm not sure what's going on. I know he was out of town a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, Maybe Bill knows if he shows up. And we really need to get moving on this project. My grandfather clock is saying it's 7 o'clock.
Anybody else still in purgatory?
And it's pretty, well, I gotta go check that. Where do I check that?
Down at the bottom, it should show you participants. If you click on participants, it should show anybody that's in the waiting room.
Yeah, by sharing the screen, it's not showing that.
You may need to unshare for a bit and then see what you see at the
I'm
bottom.
gonna have to stop sharing because I can't see it.
Yeah.
Participants. Oh yeah, you're right. There looks like there may be some. Yep.
It should show waiting room. Should show
Yeah, I
who's in the
just
waiting
got
room.
Bill, Stan. Who else? There's a guy with an iPad. Who's that? Well, I hope I didn't just get bombed here.
Maybe you're right.
Oh,
Oh, there he is. That's Jeremy.
all right. I don't see anybody else in the waiting room.
Terry should be here.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna wait. One more. Oh, I just heard it. Hey, hon? That was my phone. Somebody texted me. I wonder if that was Terry. I gotta get my
Might
phone
have
and see
been me, Ed.
what's
I
that?
just text-
Oh,
I just
you
texted
texted me.
you and Sharon, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank
You
you.
want to stay in purgatory for an hour.
Yeah, we're gonna make Bill stay in purgatory.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fine
there's
with
Terry.
me.
Terry's coming.
Terry's in. Thank you. I don't see anybody. Okay, well, I think we can start here. The only thing, okay. We gotta, who are we missing? We're missing Ray. Well, he'll join us in the middle of the meeting. Okay, so,
I see Terry's here. Let me do attendance, and then I'll be ready to go in about
yeah,
30
go ahead and do
seconds for you.
attendance because they're gonna start the meeting. It's Tuesday, April 27th, 2021 at 7:02 for the Town of Ledyard, Connecticut Water Pollution Control Authority regular meeting. And roll call, Sharon Radecki, Ed Lynch, Tony Capone, Mania Tufik, Stan Huber, Terry Jones, James Ball. I got somebody else here. Am I missing anyone?
No.
Oh, hold on. I got somebody in the waiting room. Here we go. Okay. And Bill Soms, and we do have Ray here. Who did I miss? Anybody? Okay.
And Jeremy,
Oh, Jeremy, yes.
the
Sorry.
iPad that you wondered who was coming on.
Yeah, I see Mr. iPad. That's why I
My
missed it.
name. I don't know how to change it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's just when you tried to come on, he thought we were being bombed by somebody.
Yeah, I didn't know who iPad was. Okay.
Since I joined, but I don't know how to change it. Sorry.
Do we have any residents or property owners? I don't see any. No?
Aren't
Okay,
we all
good.
residents and property owners?
Yeah, I guess we are. And they're all probably gonna start complaining. Okay, so I will make a motion to approve the WPCA regular meeting minutes of the 23rd of March, 2021.
Second,
Seconded, okay. Any corrections, omissions, additions?
Terry.
I think, Terry, we did update RFQ to RFP. I think. I don't know exactly where that was mentioned.
There, I provided corrections to Tony, who passed them to Christina, so we're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see yeah, she asked about that. I said, well, if it depends on the reference. If we're referencing the quotes, it'll be an RFQ, but if we're referencing the actual document that the mayor has to sign, it's an RFP. So I don't know, Bill, do you know if the mayor signed this?
I don't, Ed.
It's been out for almost 10 days for his signature.
Well, he was on vacation for a week,
All right.
so he's back yesterday and today.
Oh, so he just came back.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay, well, we'll assume it's going to get signed this week, right? I would
I would
think.
guess so, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Because that starts the whole ball rolling.
It is the planner, the single point of contact? I wasn't clear on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Liz, I've been in communication with Liz. I gave her the minutes of what we had, the changes we had recommended. They made those changes, and then she thought we had to vote on it. I said, no, if the changes were what we wanted, it's ready to sign. And I reviewed it, and it's actually available here if you want me to pull it up, but it was exactly what we wanted. Okay, so he should sign it. So Ray's on. So the operation report, the only
Are we
question.
gonna vote before we move on?
Oh, what are we doing? Huh? Oh, we got to
Vote
vote.
on the minutes.
Vote on the
The
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah, although any other discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes of the 23rd of March signify by saying aye. Those opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. All right, so the operation report. I thought we had already done this. This is the, I guess Groton Utilities is going to help us with the small community water system capacity implementation plan. I thought we did a 10-year plan not that long ago, Ray. Why are we doing it again?
This is a different plan.
Oh,
So
This is new, it looks like.
everything is new. It goes on the number of customers you have. So it's a whole combination. So everybody's doing it.
but we did do a capacity plan, didn't we? Not that long ago. I
Well, if
thought.
it's over 10 years, it's old. So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember doing it in 2011, but okay. So this looks like it's pretty involved.
And it's brand new.
Yeah.
It's not even in effect yet.
no, you got till 2025, so we can start. But, we have most of the plans and all that stuff together that, we need because you use it for your survey anyhow when they come. So it's basically the financials and stuff when that time comes to put that all together and some other documents. So we can start putting that together at some time.
This isn't part of our contract, is it? This is a separate thing, right?
Yeah, but,
I mean, I just want to, in the future, be able to budget for the time here that has to be spent to do this. I mean, it's pretty involved.
Yeah, but we should have most of that information already. It's just a matter of compiling it. It's really a paperwork exercise.
Is that what it is? Okay.
yeah. And a lot of it can be on your side for the financial part. So
Okay,
you're gonna have
I'll warn Ian.
to, yeah, and we can compile everything, put everything down in a list and go with it that way.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Anybody else have any questions on the operation report? Everything else was pretty standard. Looks like we're not turning off a lot of people, so they must be paying bills.
Yeah, they have a lot of connections coming. We just had to order a bunch of new meters.
Yeah, do you know how many meters you had to order?
Not off the top of my head. There's
Okay.
probably 20, at least 20, because we were out.
Nice.
Gales Ferry has been picking up a lot, Gales Ferry area.
Huh. So they're old. They need to be replaced.
No, they're not new construction.
Oh, new connections.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Where are the new connections in Gales Ferry?
Well, some of these people never connected,
Okay.
so they're connecting now. Someone, because when you sell your house, they're making you connect, and
Yeah.
other people are just, for some reason during the COVID time, a lot of people wanted to Guess they got tired of drinking well water or something. I don't know.
They had some extra money, Ray.
Yeah, yeah.
Might as well drink some safe water instead of that salty water that's coming in from the Thames River. All right. Let's see, we go to the agent report. I did not see anything. Actually, I see a favorable trend. I mean, it's not really changing that much. I don't see anything alarming. Does anybody else? Okay.
Going in the right direction.
Yeah, it's going in the right direction. So it's always good. The budget, the water, was there anything alarming other than dues and fees? I didn't see anything. The only thing, the only thing I'm not sure is the water use. Are we using? It's hard to say. It looks like we're not using any more or less water than we budgeted, but I don't know, Ray, I guess you wouldn't know that either, but
We track it monthly, so the next report, when it comes out, Ed, I'll send it up to you. We
Yeah,
track the exact gallons that's been sent out.
thank you. Yeah, it would be nice to know. I mean, I know we're not really in a drought anymore, but because nobody's watering their lawns. Okay, sewer, again, nothing alarming. Let's see. Chemicals, nope. And electrical seems to be stable. So that brings us to the operations report and sewer. And I just want to bring up. So when we did the upgrade a few years ago, the one thing we did not touch was the drum thickener. This is what takes the sludge and dewaters it so it can be incinerated. They don't even make these GE Fanuc PLCs anymore. So it crapped out. And so they have to run that manually.
That's a programmable logic controller?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so when we upgraded to the new system, it's all Allen Bradley. So we're going to get quotes. We're going to upgrade that to an Allen Bradley. So it's all the same network. And there's other work that had to be done. There's work that had to be done on the mixer. If you don't mix this sludge, you can't pump it, or the thickener doesn't work properly. So it has to have a certain concentration. Then it gets pumped in there and thickened. So there's some work that had to be done there. And then finally, he's talking about the influent pump valves. They're original equipment that need to be replaced. So there's some money we have to spend. What's interesting is this money may not come, it may come from the rescue plan. So we're putting together a whole project.
I was going to ask that. Can we use the federal funding for this?
Yes. Yes, the mayor thinks so.
It's clear, you can.
Yes.
Water or sewer, yep.
Water or sewer. So here's the deal. We're gonna try and upgrade the rotary drum process. It may be about 80 grand. I mean, I'm not exactly sure. We got to get quotes on this. We don't need outside engineering to do this. So although we may want to spend some money to make sure we're using the latest, greatest technology. So anyway, so that's coming up. And so, yes, the answer to the question is it would be, federal money could be spent for that. That also includes the Ledyard Center pressurized sewer line. So that we hope to get kicked off pretty soon. So to answer some of your questions, James, yes, I'll be the point man for that, unless somebody wants to volunteer. So I should have time to be able to devote to that. So we'll push that along.
So in addition to upgrading the the electronics, they're gonna have to do programming for that. You're not gonna get engineering help, contractors for that?
No, we actually have we've identified who has been helping us out over the last couple of years, a technician
Okay.
that I actually, he's a contractor. So he that's very familiar with waste treatment code in the Allen Bradley. So,
Okay, perfect, yeah.
so
Okay.
what we would do is take the G for Nook code and upload it. We've done that before and upload it into the Allen Bradley and then, then make it so it works. But we won't be
Yeah, yeah.
reinventing the wheel other than improving it.
Okay, sounds good.
So it's going to save us some money, guys, because we're running this manually. Now we have to have a dedicated operator. I mean, it's not every hour, but they have to, every time that tank fills up, they've got to run it. So it will save us some money in terms of overtime. So that's actually a cost savings thing. Okay, unless there's any other questions on that, we can move to old business. I don't know. I think you've all seen what the revised feasibility study is. James had some questions. Jim had some questions on it. I think I answered them. If there's any other further questions, we can talk about it right now. If none, we'll move on. I don't hear anything. Okay, we'll move on. I don't have any update on the website yet, other than getting a discussion on alerts. We have not had any alerts this month. I do want to add in the new business an agenda item that I thought was going to get on there, and that is discussion of hybrid or in-person meetings. So unless there's any objection, I would like to add that as item number 3 on the new business, and that has. I have some information on that. Okay, so first item.
So, Mr. Chair, before you
Yes.
move on to new, the discussion of the water main break alerts on the town website, where did that come from and where is it?
Well, the commissioners have asked that a lot of times they get questions and they don't know there's a break. I get
Right, okay.
communications from GU directly.
Yeah.
And actually, it actually gets CC'd to the mayor also. So the mayor's aware of this along with myself, but what they want to do is post these things on the website. Somehow.
Well, you could post it on the Everbridge or on Ledyard Town News. I'm sorry. So people can sign up for alerts from the town.
Right.
And if you send those emails to Regina Brulat,
Right.
she can send out a notice to everybody who's on that list. You register on the town website for the notifications, and then I get them on a regular basis from the town about things that are going on. It's not the Everbridge. Everbridge is the police system, and the town has its own system that you can be alerted. So if each of the commissioners signs up for alerts and you send the emails to Regina, she'll post them and then everybody will know.
Okay, that's a good idea. I'm glad you brought that up, Bill. Well, I will do it that way.
Thank you.
How do you sign up for the town alerts? I know we're signed up for the Everbridge. I guess is the town alert when the police call and they put a snow parking ban?
Yes. Yeah, right. That's the police, or if there's an accident, the police will
Right.
sometimes, if a road's closed. But if you go to the town website, I'm trying to get there right now, it's kind of slow. And you poke around, you can sign up for town news.
Yeah, for
So
instance,
while you're talking out,
I just got one today about the referendum.
yes,
That's the system.
yep. So while you're going, I'll poke around, I'll find the link and I'll send it over to you.
Okay.
So Ed, why if we just get Regina to include water main breaks in those notifications, then anybody who's already signed up for it is going to know there's a water main break,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So we don't need to provide our emails again if we're already receiving those things.
Right.
it would seem that we would want to tell every customer of ours that information will be available about water service in this system if they would only sign up for it.
Okay.
I
Maybe a
don't know.
notice in the bills or something.
Yeah, I don't know how we communicate that, but
Yeah, we can put it in the, Tina's able to put the notices in the bills. Yeah, I think we also get confusion. I get communication about once a month that they think they're part of our water system when they're part of SQUA. And every time, and so you watch what's going to happen. We'll put these notifications of breaks, and it's all going to be all the SQUA communications going to go, oh, we're not going to get any water. And it's like, well, you're not on our system, but so we'll see how that works. Hey, Terry, I just saw your chat. Will we ever get a management report that's useful? I'll bug you in again. We'll see. We'll work on this somehow. I know he's busy. I know he said he's going to someday put a spreadsheet together, but yeah. And there's a good reason for that, because I don't think personally we're saving enough money for capital. So unless there's any other old business, I'm going to look at this. We need to do something about the Fox run meter system. We've neglected this way too long, and I think we're losing money. Matter of fact, we're probably losing enough money that it would pay for this $22,000 500 8-inch meter fix. So I've thrown it up on my screen here. So that's the estimate for the job, 22.5, to fix the Fox run meter. And Ray, if you want to provide some additional details of why we want to fix this, it's fine.
Oh, yeah, right now your big, there's two meters on there, the 2-inch and the 8-inch. The 8-inch does not function. It hasn't functioned really since we've taken it over. It's an old Hersey meter, which you can't get any more parts for. And what they did back when was they put a 2-inch, a new one, and we ended up changing that out and put a new Neptune 2-inch on it. So basically, most of the flow goes through the Neptune. If that Hersey works, we can't test it because we can't shut anything down to do the testing on it. It has no plugs on it to be tested. So every year we can't tell if it's accurate or not. And it's been like this forever. So if you have the money right now, it's the time to change it out. At least we'll get the valves in there and we'll have the ports to be able to test it every year like you're supposed to, and see what money goes out. Because when they do hydrant flushing, we don't know if it's catching everything.
Well, what do you think, commissioners? I
think you need to make a motion.
Yeah, I would like to make a motion that we spend some capital dollars, $22,500, to replace the 8-inch meter at Fox.
Second.
It's been seconded. The discussion is, if it goes through that 2-inch meter and that 2-inch meter maxes out, we're losing money. It's gone. That's why the 8-inch meter would kick in. Is that correct, Ray?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if everybody flushes their toilet and Fox Run at the same time, we're losing money. And it's a double whammy because Fox Run is on our sewer system.
Oh, yeah.
We base our sewer cost of Fox Run based on that meter. Not good. So
Federal funds, or do we have to use our own funds? Would like that federal money that's coming in? Is that?
boy, that's a good one. Yeah, Bill, I think, yeah, technically it
If
would
we
be.
wait a little bit, yeah.
Have to pay for it ourselves, and we're getting all that money. and it's a big expense, right? Wouldn't it make sense to use some of it there?
Yeah, I think it needs to be done. You're right. So the money, how long will we have to wait? You know, Stan?
No idea. But the money probably can't be used retroactively for reimbursement. So
So
Bill,
are
get the
you-
money going forward, then we can spend it.
I'm sorry, I was typing. I was just sending you guys that link. So was this, you're asking about the ARA funds for replacing a meter at Fox Run?
yes.
Yeah.
So we get the money in July. There are two
Okay.
payments. The first one comes in July. And there are very narrow restrictions on what it can be used for. Water and sewer projects are two of them. I don't know if this is a project. It cannot be used to reduce taxes. So it might be a fine line between, we're using some money that fell in our laps and therefore it won't raise water costs, but it doesn't really sound like a water project.
I agree. And I don't think we want to wait till July.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think we need to, I mean, I don't know, Ray, how long does it take to order one of these things? Are they off the shelf or?
No, it might take a couple weeks. It just depends. It's a hit and miss because you guys have gallons. We have cubic feet, so we have one sitting in our shop, but it might take a couple weeks to get everything. I
Okay,
can check.
all right. So, I mean, I know the supply chain's been rough.
Yeah.
Try and find some cement, everybody down around Stanford area. Can't find a bag of cement. That's amazing. So, Jeremy, that was a good suggestion, but I think, we're gonna have to spend this money. We've been holding off way too long. I think, one of the proposals, Bill, is we're gonna have to, in our next rate increase, which we've been doing incrementally every year, we may have to up that capital funds a little bit, particularly because we're gonna have to paint a tank, and that's gonna be
right.
Right. Expensive. So I think, it's a good idea to spend the money now and get that fixed. And, hopefully we'll get additional funds because we're metering it now.
Yeah, so here's what the American Rescue Plan says regarding water and sewer. It is to make necessary investments in water, sewer, or broadband infrastructure.
This is not an
So,
improvement. This is a
it's not-
repair.
It's an upgrade.
Yeah. You could interpret it as an improvement because it's.
Yeah, I think that's the focus, is to do, overdue upgrades.
Yeah, it's an
is
improvement.
more
You
new.
take one that doesn't work and replace it with one that does work. That's clearly an improvement.
Yeah.
So
I'm
the
gonna-
town is the town is waiting for more guidance from the state. I think they're waiting for, expecting it just about any day.
Okay.
So, this is pretty vague. Necessary investments.
If
But
your Fox
it's
Run,
clear
it's not necessary.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so everybody thinks that, but the sewer line is definitely a
Yep.
candidate, right?
Yeah, the sewer line is definitely a candidate. I think upgrades or repairs to the sewer plant are probably a candidate
Right.
because, that's an investment in infrastructure, clearly. A meter is not really infrastructure. It's part of your operating.
Well, childcare is apparently infrastructure now, so a water
Well,
meter should be.
Yeah, so there are other things, but paying people who went above and beyond, I don't know how you decide who did, but healthcare and emergency services, people like that could get extra pay, but so it covers a bunch of things, but the only thing related to infrastructure is water, sewer, and broadband.
Well, I mean, and I understand. I mean, I think we need to do it. if we find out that, before we actually spend the money, it's gonna take a while to get this thing in here, that it's a candidate, fine, but I think we should spend the money now to do it.
You're
I
losing money,
agree.
you have to.
Yeah, I agree.
Is there any chance that, that the monies that come in, I mean, we're gonna have a difficulty spending in the time frame?
I don't think the sewer line's gonna be, we already have, the engineers are gonna be working on that in the next month or so. So we're
Right.
not gonna have difficulty spending that money now.
Bill, do you know how much the town is going to get?
Yeah.
Well, the number keeps going up happily for
Oh.
us. It was 1.4 million. We're up like to 3 or 4 million now. It's amazing.
Just on water, sewer, and broadband?
No, total.
Oh,
but-
okay.
But the only thing the mayor's talked about spending it on is the sewer plant or the sewer line, sorry. Because I don't think there's any, imagine trying to decide who gets, healthcare and emergency first responders, who gets payments and how much. I mean, that just turns into lawsuits.
Yep.
Yeah. that's
And
not-
grievances and yep.
Yep. So I think the other thing we wanted to do was the Lantern Hill Road Bridge, which is an $800,000 replacement, but we can't spend the money on that. And so Fred is hoping for relaxation in the guidelines.
Mm.
But that's a whole nother story. But we're actually looking for places to spend the money.
We've had requests for extensions of water lines in the past. I know there was one neighborhood down in Gales Ferry that asked for it. And then of course, we've got, the Thames Aquatic and all those areas.
Yep.
Where they have asked for water lines extensions in the past. And the extending the water main farther down 117 to serve, I think the Congregational Church was looking at doing some like senior housing up there, and they wanted a water line run there. We could
Correct.
use the money
Yeah.
for something like that.
Yeah, good point.
And
Great point.
we could certainly, for the sewer project engineering study, they had a whole lot of investigative work with the smoke and stuff like that we're not buying now, obviously, but we could actually sign up for some of that,
Yeah.
because that would actually give us data that might be very useful.
Yeah, it potentially could increase the, won't increase the capacity of the plant, but it would provide additional flow that we could process to the plant if we found incursion of, water that was coming in. Yeah, so you're right, that those monies would be actually a candidate too. So I guess the discussion is on the table, should we approve this? And I get a consensus here that it looks like we should.
Let's take a vote.
And unless there's any further discussion, all those in favor of spending the $22,500 for the Fox Run 8-inch meter upgrade signify by saying aye.
I'm going to put,
Yes?
too late. I was going to ask if you were going to put conditional wording on there that we could change the source.
I'm willing to do the amendment. You mean change the source of the funding? Is that something that would make this conditional for the project?
Yeah.
Not conditional to do the job, but if we vote today to do the meter and valve replacements and find out in a week that it could be an eligible project under the ARA, it'd be nice not to spend our capital funds. I'm just
Right.
asking that the motion have a provision to use, outside sources if they're available.
And we may find out that it's going to take 3 months for the meter to come in anyway.
That's true. I'm not really sure when this work's going to be done. All right. Well, I'm certainly, unless there's any other objections.
I think you could also, though, we can pass the motion as stated, and then we can come back. We'd have to revisit it anyway if we're going to change the source of the funding. So we would do that in the May meeting in any case.
Yeah, we could do that. That's a good suggestion, Tony. 'Cause I think all I'm asking for is that we approve, to have Groton Killers go ahead, have Ray go ahead with the project. The funding can be something we can probably address later.
Yeah, I don't have the source of the funding in the motion. I just have to approve.
Right.
And I know Sharon made the motion. Who seconded it? I lost track. I'm gonna say Stan, but sounds right to me.
Yeah, we fought over it.
Okay, I'm gonna put Stan. So
All right, Terry, is that okay? All right, good. So it sounds like the motion, I guess I haven't said, all those not in favor signify by saying aye. Okay, hearing none, it's unanimously approved. So Ray, go ahead and start planning.
Okay, I'll get you the prices and stuff and let you know, so you can let me know when to order it, if you want me to hold
Yep.
it up a little.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay,
All
thanks, Ray.
Yep.
Did you get us an estimate for the stainless steel door in the tank?
Yeah, I sent them to you
Ooh.
today.
Oh, I didn't
So-
catch it.
Okay, so we got two. We've called 5 people up. I guess everybody's so busy, nobody wants to do anything, or they're 2 to 3 months out. But so we got an estimate from Parkaway, and these are for steel doors. He wanted over $3,000.
What?
Yeah, to put a steel door up. His price was $2,250 for the door and $880 to install it. And then if you wanted a stainless steel door, it's $1,900 more.
That's ridiculous.
I said that too. And so we got another person that I sent up, steel door installed, painted, sanded, the whole thing for $2,000.
That door's rotting out that we got on there. Any suggestion of how we can fix it?
Was that a
Bob going
standard,
up.
was that a standard contractor door? Like an entry door for a house?
No.
No.
Or was it?
It's a flat commercial steel door that was on the tank. It matches it.
Okay. And it
Oh, so
rusted
it's
out?
Custom made.
No, it's a regular 36 by 80
Okay.
door.
It's a regular, it's just, if you look at the bottom of the door, Bill, just, you can actually see it even from the fence. It's rusting out. The
Can we
bottom is-
order this and have our Public Works Department install it?
That's a good idea.
I mean, it needs, if we don't do something, I don't mean now, right now, but if we don't do something in the next 6 months, that door, you just kick that door in. You just kick the rust, the bottom part of the door. I don't think that's I mean, I know we got barbed wire, not barbed wire, we got a fence around it, but I don't think that's the most secure thing to have a door rot out. But yeah, I mean, if somehow, I mean, you could put a panel, you could put a stainless steel plate in the bottom. You could literally weld a stainless steel plate right in the bottom there.
But if the rest of the door is not stainless, that's
Yeah.
only a,
Well, it's a patch. Yeah.
well, if this is not going, if we can't get a price on a stainless steel door, why can't we use a commercial fire door, a steel fire
Yeah.
door?
Yeah.
Well, you can. It's still, they still want 2,000. No, what do they want? They still want $2,000 for it.
That's
Can
for
we have our
everything.
Public Works Department put it in?
Yeah, but they're not going to buy it. We still have to buy the door, right? Stan?
Right, yeah, right.
Jeez.
The insulation is the cheapest part. It's the door that's most.
Okay.
Insulation for the other person, I think the insulation is probably $500. It's the door it's just a steel door. You have to paint it and you have to leave the hinges on and change everything over. I mean, but yeah, I was a little shocked too when I saw the price. So
I'm
Would be able to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get a
Right.
steel fire door for less than $2,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you guys. Let's table this for a minute. We're going to have to do some more research.
Do we know why that it rotted out?
No, those doors, somehow water must have got in the bottom and the weep holes plugged and it just
Yeah.
rusted.
you know,
There's no drip edge on the top of the door. So the
Yeah.
water runs right down that tank and just runs right through that old door and then puddles at the threshold of the door.
mhm.
So, we can take a look at it. I can have my guys look at it if we have to. We even put a piece of metal over it and either pop rivet it. I don't want to weld it, but screw it into the door,
Right.
metal screws, and screw that section in so it won't get any rusted anymore for a while.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Ray. Let's try and do something to temporarily, so it doesn't continue.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't pitted in just a couple of places. It was the whole bottom door was pitted.
Yeah.
It was kind of, a little bit frightening, like, oh, all right. Thank you, Ray. We'll see that. The final thing, guys, is the modified part of the agenda is discussion of hybrid meeting. Now, Bill, I got a mixed message from Christina. Are we going to be required for in-person meeting in May? Is that the?
I haven't heard anything about that.
The
Okay.
governor's executive orders end on the 19th, so it's back to business as usual. The interesting part is he wants the mask mandate to continue, but the mask mandate is part of his executive order, which expires on May 20th. So,
But just because the order expired, I don't know that it requires us to meet in person unless we choose to.
right.
No, there are other executive orders, newer ones that have come out to replace some of the provisions of the one that expires. So,
I
for
thought they all
example,
ended on the 20th because
Well-
they had been extended. The General
Yeah,
Assembly
but-
extended them another month.
yeah, but he replaced. So here's an example. We're doing the public meeting. We did the public meeting hearing, and we're doing the town meeting as a hybrid meeting on May 17th. We're having a single polling place for the budget vote because we're also using absentee ballots and mail-in ballots. So that reduces the number of people voting in person. So we didn't want to keep two polling locations open, and the governor's new executive order allows us to do that. So we can change the polling. So I suspect if there aren't already, there will be other mandates about meetings. I have not heard a single word about having to go back to in-person meetings. Nothing.
So we don't need to take a vote on it tonight. We'll just continue Zooming unless otherwise.
Town council is.
It's certainly convenient.
Yes,
Sure is.
Agree.
yes,
Don't have to go anywhere, just go to your computer.
yeah. Sit on the couch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have
Or
to
at
get
the
in my car. Well, fine. I'm fine with that. Bill, we'll just keep, you just have to keep us informed of what the
Yeah.
mayor's expecting us to
If I
do.
hear anything, I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other further discussions?
Before we adjourn, I looked up, we had residents that lived on Oak Ridge Drive come to the WPCA
Right.
in the past and ask about extending the water main on Oak Ridge. So if we do have some extra funding, like from ARA, it might be time to revisit things like that.
I agree.
Okay, if it's okay with you guys, then I'll send a note to the mayor about this, that there are maybe some opportunities for water extensions.
Yeah, because they actually came to the WPCA meeting and asked us to extend the water main.
Did.
So
Maybe
Ray,
you should have a list of projects for the mayor.
right, and Ray, if you could take a look at that Oak Ridge and then 117 extension, I'm assuming the 117 is a 16-inch line. Hopefully you've got some spare 16-inch pipe lying around.
His
Yeah,
backyard.
we're having a sale next week on 16-inch pipe. But I will look at the records because I keep everything. So Oak Ridge Drive, if we did anything, estimates or whatever it was, I'll take a look and send them up to you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because those people would be very appreciative, right, Bill? I mean, we give them water.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna like it. And it helps us too. I mean, we're just expanding up.
More customers.
Yeah.
More customers, right.
Yeah.
And I mean, the whole idea with this engineering study is to really max out our plant. We're not running at capacity today. If I can get 50, 75,000 more gallons per day, it'll pay for things. So, and I think, and you know, that plant's running really well. I can knock on wood here, but you know, we don't want to jinx it, but it's running really well. So, you know, Steve's done a great job. All right, guys. Well,
Motion to adjourn.
anybody else? Okay. So adjourned. Thank you. Have a good night.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.